So hello everyone, welcome back to another Zombies video. Before we start, can I just say a massive thank you for the continued support I've been getting lately. Honestly, the feedback from you guys, like ratings, comments, anything you guys have been giving me that's good is honestly amazing. I can't thank you enough. But anyway, today for you I have something very, very interesting. Now this is, for me, too difficult to solve. I couldn't have gone through all of the time that Mr. Waffles has done to solve this. But around the Eisendrache, if you've played it enough, you will notice that there are chalkboards everywhere around the map. Well, a few of these, when all brought together and figured out, they are in different sections. So you can tell just by looking at these, it takes a lot of time to work out. So if you want to know how to do it, I definitely recommend checking his channel out. But actually putting all these together, and you wouldn't think it, but what you can get is a short message, which may be very important to the future. Now already we can say this message that I'm about to tell you does link to a few things we've already seen in Zombies. And actually, I think we'll be hinting towards a future map, or a future DLC map. We know Richtofen has a note that will take us to our 4 different map locations. So far on it, we have had the Giant and also Der Eisendrache revealed. We have 2 other locations, but we know that we have 4 DLCs, which is going to be interesting. But anyway, let's take a look at this message. So like I said, this is what this chalkboard spells out when you figure it out. Division 9 has completed the resurrection of the ancient beasts for your eastern front. We expect Group 935 to reciprocate the favour. So for a lot of you, this may be very confusing, and honestly, a lot of this is new. We haven't heard about any of this before. Recently, we've just heard about this Division 9 group, which we know have been successful at Shino Numa, another Group 935 research facility, and so are moving to start work on another location. But take a listen to this radio from Dr. Groff, and it might give you a better idea.
Our allies in Division 9 have made great strides with their own research and development. Though I must confess to having had my own doubts regarding the feasibility of their more ambitious weapons designs. Successful field trials suggest that we may be able to deploy the specimen as early as this winter. Assuming progress remains on track, we may finally be able to break the stalemate on the Eastern Front.
So he said Division 9 have made great strides with their own research and development, though I must confess to having had my own doubts regarding the feasibility of their more ambitious weapon designs. We actually know from a cipher that we got, again I've done a video, I will link it down in the description if you guys are interested, but Peter McCain we know can be found within Shino Numa. Within that cipher he says he took a special weapon version 3, which we could assume to be the Ray Gun Mark III. Dr. Groff here says that Division 9 have made great success with their ambitious weapons designs. One of those could be the Ray Gun Mark III. Because of their success at Shino Numa, we know they will be progressing forward. So this Division 9, even though we don't know too much about them, they seem to be associated with Group 935. They were working within a Group 935 research laboratory, they seem to be working on weapons, they seem to be another division of Group 935. So going back to the cipher, Division 9 has completed the resurrection of the ancient beasts for your eastern front. We expect Group 935 to reciprocate the favour. Big question is, what do they mean, the resurrections of the ancient beasts? What would come to my mind straight away would be the Apothekens, the ancients. We have the wrath of the ancients, the wrath of the Apothekens. But then you could counteract that by saying, why would Group 935 want Division 9 to resurrect the ancient beasts for their eastern front? Well, what is the eastern front? And I think this has something to do with Der Eisendrache itself. The Eastern Front, back in World War I, or in Russia would have been called the Second Fatherland War, or something similar to that, but one place that would have been included within the Eastern Front would have been Austria. Austria we know is the location of Der Eisendrache, which is specifically taking place in the castle, Hohenwürfen Castle, near the town of Warfen. So Der Eisendrache, or the Iron Dragon, would take place, or would be in the Eastern Front. And what do we know is under the map within Der Eisendrache? We have this. Under the map we have this Apotheken ritual place, but we can see, and from what our characters tell us, 935 and possibly other groups were doing some things they shouldn't have been doing down here. We have our Apotheken statue surrounding this small resemblance of the MPD pyramid in the middle. Later on in the Easter egg we see our Apotheken teleport the MPD down here, which replaces this small pyramid in the middle. This would have been where Group 935 were trying to find out more about the MPD and even the Apothekens, but I think Division 9 had a job, a big hand in constructing this. It says Division 9 has completed the resurrection of the ancient beasts for your Eastern Front. Der Eisendrache is part of the Eastern Front. Division 9 have said to Group 935, we have finished completing your resurrection of the ancient beasts. So therefore, to me, this cipher is saying Division 9 have built this whole underground section, this whole thing, this contraption we see under the map for Der Eisendrache. I think from the cipher tells us that it was constructed by Division 9. They then simply say we expect Group 935 to reciprocate the favour, meaning they want Group 935 to now do something for them. Division 9 have done something for Group 935, therefore they want Group 935 to do something back. What that is, we don't know. Possibly it could be something that we have to do in the future. Possibly our next map location or wherever we end up next will be one of the bases of Division 9 that somehow has a link to Group 935, and it will tell the story of how Group 935 reciprocated this favour. I don't think there's too much more that this cipher tells us. Although we can link it to other things that I could babble on, but put it into simple terms, I think Group 935 asked Division 9 to build this ancient resurrection for the Apothekens, for the ancient beasts under their research lab, which was Der Eisendrache, and now Division 9 want them to return the favour. Of course, the Eastern Front could be a different location to Der Eisendrache. It doesn't have to be just Austria. So possibly them, whatever they have done to resurrect these ancient beasts, could be in a totally different location. Again, possibly could be a future map. Division 9 working at Shinonuma could be relating to them being a Japanese division, a Japanese group, which would link nicely to the Nazis, since we know Group 935 were allies. They were helping the Nazis, building weapons, building war machines. So Division 9 could have been a Japanese group. But again, another cipher about Division 9, if you go over to my other video and you want to check it out for yourself, you can, but it is the map cipher that we find within the game. It says, after the success at the Rising Sun facility, which we know is Shinonuma, Division 9 is moving with Phase 2. We know from the cipher and what we've just heard that Division 9 had success at Shinonuma, therefore pointing out that possibly, again, they are a Japanese group, since we know it was based in the Empire of Japan. It says Division 9 is moving with Phase 2. Using this cipher and combining it with the other possibly could mean the resurrection of the ancient beasts maybe happened at Shinonuma. We know that is the first time we saw Element 115, or at least the big meteor. It says the island facility is now operational and initial testing is underway. If this does relate to what other cipher and Phase 1 was to resurrect the ancient beasts for Group 935 Eastern's Front, then what is Phase 2? It says the island facility is now operational and initial testing is underway. Shinonuma isn't on an island, it's on a swamp, so okay, I maybe guess you could call it that, but from me it sounds like Division 9 have finished up and completed everything they need to do at Shinonuma and have now moved to a different location, to an island facility, which is where possibly they want Group 935 to reciprocate the favour. Whatever Division 9 are doing at this island facility, it's possible that now they need Group 935 to help them out. Since we really have only just heard about Division 9, it's very hard to tell the true meaning behind these messages, and also since we haven't discovered every cipher or deciphered every cipher within Der Eisendrache yet, again, there could be more information that will just help to break down these ones. So if you guys have any ideas, please do put them in the comment section below and we can try and discuss things. But there's definitely a link with Shinonuma, Division 9, Group 935, Der Eisendrache, and a possible another island location. This island location could be the location of our next Zombies DLC map. If we go over to Richtofen's note, one of these locations, one of these coordinates takes us over to Pompeii. Pompeii is an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, in the middle of nowhere. And we know these coordinates take us over to locations of our DLC maps. Therefore, this island facility, Pompeii, if this is our next DLC map, I highly think that our next location is going to here, inside of a Division 9 facility. Possibly seeing how they have worked with Group 935, and if you think about it, what character relates to Japan? That is Takeo. Division 9, there is a high possibility it being a Japanese group. Takeo is our only other Japanese character. We know right now, Richtofen's plan is to make sure all of the characters kill themselves. So far, Dempsey and Richtofen has died, and Richtofen has collected both of their souls within the summoning key. I think it is possible that Takeo is next at this Division 9 facility, and Richtofen will also need to collect his soul within inside of the summoning key for his big plan at the end. I've recently just done a video on what I think he is going to be doing with these souls. If you want to check it out, make sure you click the link in the description. But I definitely think that's where we are heading. I think that we're going to be hearing a lot more about Division 9. Let me know what you think about this cipher. What do you exactly think Division 9 is? Do you think we will be going to their facility or where they work, or this island where they seem to now be moving to within our next DLC? And what is our plan? Let me know in the comment section below. Do you think that another character out of our crew is going to die next, and if so, which one? It's either Takio or Nikolai. And also, who is actually your favourite zombies character out of this crew? Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a like rating. Like I said, this video isn't finished. I think there's still a lot more that is going to be added on. But right now, with just this, we can't make too much more out of it. Thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you've all enjoyed the video. Hopefully you're all having an amazing day. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.